If you are exempt, you still need to let your tenants know. Thank you for joining EJ Properties, where we explore real estate, property management, and investment strategies designed to help you build and preserve your wealth. I'm Elyssa Matson, managing broker of EJ Properties, based right here in beautiful Orange County, California. Whether you're an investor, property owner, or simply curious about the market, you're in the right place. Today, we're talking about big changes that came to California property management in 2025. We first reviewed these updates back in December of 2024, and now several of them have taken effect starting April 1st, 2025. If you're a property manager or a property provider, it's important to know these changes. As always, this is not legal advice, so make sure to check the links to the bills below and read them in full for details. Let's dive into it. First up is mandatory positive rental payment reporting. That's Assembly Bill 2747. Starting April 1st, property providers must offer tenants the option to have their positive rent payments reported to at least one national credit bureau, unless you're exempt. For new tenants, this should be done at signing and again annually. And if you are exempt, you still need to let your tenants know that you meet the qualifications for the exemption. For the exemption, if your property is less than 15 units and it's not held in a real estate investment trust, a corporation, or an LLC where a corporation is involved, then you would be exempt. EJ Properties is already including this in our new leases, and our current tenants have already been notified. So our clients are covered. Moving on to Senate Bill 611, this one's about the prohibition of certain fees. Also effective April 1st, 2025, property providers are not allowed to charge certain fees. One would be no fees for delivering notices for past due rents, eviction notices, or lease violations. Another is not charging a fee for processing a rent by check. It's a small but important change, especially for companies or owners that may have gotten used to tacking on those extra fees. Another big change is with security deposit documentation. From Assembly Bill 2801, which took effect April 1st, 2025, property providers would be required to take photos at move-in, move-out, and after repairs have been completed. They would be receiving a detailed written condition report at move-in and at move-out, along with copies of the photos or a link to access them, and the final security deposit disposition statement. All records must be kept for at least 3 years after the tenancy ends. At EJ Properties, we've been doing this because it helps protect everyone, tenants and property providers alike, and now it's becoming mandatory across the board. Finally, we have fair housing protections for rental applications. This is from Senate Bill 267, taking effect July 1st, 2025. This law makes it clear you cannot charge higher application fees to tenants who receive public assistance, and you must use the same qualification standards for all applicants, no matter how they receive their income. It's another step towards leveling the playing field for renters across California. All these updates might feel like a lot, but really they're about professionalizing rental housing and making sure that everyone, property providers, managers, and tenants are all on the same page. At EJ Properties, we stay on top of these changes so our clients are always protected and fully compliant. If you have questions about how these new laws could affect your rental properties, or you just want to manage them more effectively, please feel free to reach out. Thanks for joining me today. If you have any questions about property management, tenant placement, or buying and selling real estate, we'd love to help. Visit us online at ej-properties.com. Until next time, take care and keep building your dreams.